A database really contains many types of objects. Tables are objects that we've used to store and manipulate data. Access also supports other types of objects as well, and each of them has a specific purpose to help maximize the benefits of database. Through queries, Access makes it possible to answer or ask complex questions concerning the data in our tables. Queries are simply questions, answers to which are in the database. So in this video, we're going to use a simple query wizard to create a query, use a criterion or a criteria for the query, and also print the results of that query. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are go ahead, click on our account table and make sure it's open if it's not. Up in the Create tab, we are going to go to the Query Wizard, and we are going to use this simple Query Wizard here. Go ahead and click OK. We want to make sure that this is going to be from our account table, and if you want to switch that later on, when you're making more complex databases, you could, but we're going to keep this as our account table, and we're just going to simply select the fields that we need. So we need account number, and I can use this little arrow key, or we can actually just double click. So I'm going to click on account name. I also want to use amount paid, the current due in the account manager, that first table that we created. We want the account manager number on there. So the only things that we don't have are street, city, state, and postal code. Go ahead and hit next, and we're going to keep a detailed, so it shows every field of every record. We don't want a summary. And we're just going to label this as our account query. So you can leave it as it is. We're going to open this up when we're done. Hit finish. All right, now here is your query, or all of the information that you asked for: the account number, the account name, amount paid, current due, and the account manager number. Let's go ahead, and just so we get used to the process, I'm going to close this out, say we're not using it. Let's get rid of everything we're not using. Okay, and here is my object, my new object, my account query. Open that back up. Okay, now from here we might want to manipulate or find out more data about this query by applying some sort of criteria. So for instance, we might want all the account managers with the account manager of 35, or we want to find out who has less than $25,000 paid, or who has more than $3,000 due. We're able to sort that query, and the way we do that is we actually go back in. So right now we are in our datasheet view. We're going to go back into our design view. And here are the list of the fields that we have. If we want to add more in, we can. We can sort this A to Z, Z to A. We can really do a lot of things in this back-end design view. But the criteria that we want to meet for this query is we want to know what records, okay, that is all the records in the field or in the table, have an account manager number of 35. So the criteria that must be met to show up in this query is that the criteria is the account manager number has to be 35. We'll put that in the criteria down here, select run, and here are the account manager 35, who happens to be Mark Simpson. Here are all of his accounts that he manages for Pratt Associates. This is another thing that you're going to turn in, so we're going to file, print, and you can just go ahead and do the quick print for that. Grab that from the printer and hold on to it with the rest of your items.